While Prigozhin was likely killed by Putin, what method was used? Several of the photos of the wreckage shown on Denis Davoy's channel had holes of the type in the fuselage a fragmentation missile would make, and he is of the opinion that is what likely happened. Many other sources say it was an explosive device on board. Other commentators state Prigozhin's security team would have conducted a thorough search in the aircraft and cargo for such devices. I would also suspect the access to the inside and around the plane was constantly guarded. If I had access to intelligence services technology, the following is how I would have worked the problem, so that a device would be inserted in a way which avoids detection, is located in a place on the plane which likely can't be searched, detonates at a critical point in the aircraft structure, and consists of sufficient chemicals to cause failure. It would be done using a device consisting of a flexible tube containing an aggressive oxidizer with a triggering device designed to be snaked through the fuel port into the inside of the fuel tank. In the oil and gas business, devices referred to as pigs are often sent through pipes to clean out deposits of paraffin and other residue or to separate products. During fueling, such a device might be sent through the fuel line through a specifically designed fuel handle into the plane's fuel tank by an FSB agent. Nothing out of the ordinary would be seen. I'm not sure how the internal architecture of the fuel tank might allow this, but there is a fuel drain port which might even be used with the right cover. The device only needs to contain an oxidizer, since the tank is full of a vast quantity of fuel, kerosene. Such a device landing near the fuel port would create an explosion close to where the wings join the rest of the aircraft, which would be consistent with the wings separating as seen in the videos. All would be needed is enough of an explosion to weaken the air where the wings face their highest amount of leveraging placed on them by the lift needed to hold the aircraft in the sky. The most compromised wing fails and breaks off. The remaining part of the plane cannot fly. A triggering device would cause a small charge to burst the tube, mixing the oxidizer with the kerosene. Since the fuel tanks may be somewhat pressurized, and because there are numerous things which can cause a flight to go off schedule, an altimeter or timer trigger would be unlikely. A radio signal trigger would be the most likely. A mobile transmitter antenna might be aimed at the plane in its flight path. A missile isn't sent, just a radio signal. It is likely with a wing blown off, Prigozhin and his passengers were still alive as the plane spiraled down and were contemplating what lay in store for them when they hit the ground. It is largely believed TWA Flight 800 was destroyed by a fuel tank explosion. Accidents happen, and sometimes accidents are planned to happen.